What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG video. I know it has been a couple weeks since I've uploaded, but I'm going to be getting back into the swing of things this week. Of course, there is a new set out, Cosmic Eclipse. Lots of craziness in the set, really cool cards, a lot of cool trainers, something I'm very excited to get to opening. So speaking of which, this is what we're going to be doing to start things off this week. Opening up 100 packs of this brand new set. I did already open up a couple of locked packs from the shop. As you can see, I have like no tokens left. I didn't get anything great, but I didn't get too much, I should say, but I did get one hyper rare Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX. This is definitely a very, very good card, and so I was very excited to pull that. This is going to be in a card that you're going to see splashed in a ton of decks moving forward. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to start opening up some packs and see what we can get. I do have 144. I'm going to just be opening up 100 because I need to keep some around to trade for the remaining cards that we don't get out of these packs. I might end up buying some more codes. We'll just have to see. But yes, I'm very excited. There are a lot of very unique cards out there. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. Opening up pack number 1. Here we go, Cosmic Eclipse. We're hoping for some Reshiram and Zekrom tag teams. There's also a lot of really good trainers we want to get. As you can see, I have opened up some packs, like I said, so some of these commons I did already have, you know, a locked copy of, but a lot of new stuff here. The Jolteon Evolutions, the Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, all those seem pretty interesting to me. There might be something we can do with that in the future. And our first rare is going to be a Weavile. Nothing too special here. We're just going to try to power through this thing, get through this video quickly, and find some cool stuff. Draw Energy, I think this is a pretty cool card. Cynthia and Caitlin. We've got the new tag team supporter cards, of course, in this set that have additional effects, and our rare is just going to be a Sylveon. So I do think this is a very, very cool mechanic, having tag teams as supporter cards, having optional effects. I've always thought that's really cool. Things like Tate and Liza, where you know, have more than one effect on a card. Puzzle of Time, Judge Whistle, all of those cards I've always thought are really cool. So Cynthia and Caitlin, put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. You can't choose Cynthia and Caitlin or a card you discarded with the effect of this card. When you play this card, you may discard another card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. I think this card is very, very good. We will see if it ends up getting played a lot in decks. I feel like it could make its way into a few different things. Just having the utility to get back a supporter. Definitely could see this being like a 1 or 2 of in certain lists. So let's keep moving and see what else we can get. More tag team supporters, maybe some shiny goodness here in this next pack. We do get a GX here, Flygon GX with Dusty Defense. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, all of your Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. Desert Hurricane doing 120. If there's any stadium card in play, this attack does 120 more damage, then discard that stadium. So with DNC Prism Star and the Martial Arts Dojo, you can hit for 270, so that is a combo we may try to look at here in the future. And Sonic Edge GX, 220 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So a nice little shred effect there as the GX attack. It does cost 3 fighting, of course, so it's a lot to power up, but with the red and blue supporter card, that might be something we can pull off. And we do get our first of these nice full art secret rare quote-unquote Pokemon. They are technically numbered above the set, but it seems like they come in these like break card slot / Prism Star card slots, so it does take the spot of the reverse holo. And as you can see, I did get one out of my packs last night that I opened up from the locked packs that I got. And I think this Statland is actually pretty cool. We'll see if we can come up with some sort of stall deck around this with that Arf Arf Bark ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is knocked out, you may discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So just some energy denial shenanigans could be going on there. We'll see if we can come up with something to combo that with. We do get this Duskull. I think this has a very cool ability for a basic evolving Pokemon. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard 3 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. So you, of course, can use this on the first turn or on the turn that this Pokemon came into play. So that's a really unique combo. You don't see stuff like that too often in the game, and I think that could create for some unique combos for sure. And we do get another one of these full art Pokemon here. Excadrill with 11th Hour Tackle, 30 damage. If there are 3 or fewer cards in your deck, this attack does 150 more damage. Drill Bazooka, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So just one fighting doing 120 damage is pretty solid. And then, of course, discarding the top 4 cards does help us get to that 11th Hour Tackle much quicker. And I believe that the Drillbur has the Rototiller attack, so we can put back some cards if need be. We did get a Guzma and Hala here, another one of these tag team supporters that I do think will have some good niche use, I should say. Search your deck for a Stadium card, reveal it, and then put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. When you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand. If you do, you may also search for a Pokemon Tool card and a Special Energy card in this way. So I'm sure there's going to be some cool combos and really cool decks that can utilize that very well. Let's keep on moving here. We do get another supporter, Clay. Discard the top 7 cards of your deck. If any of those cards are item cards, put them into your hand. So not something I think is the best, but I definitely could see it having some use somewhere. Nothing really comes to mind off the top of my head. And we haven't gotten a GX in a few packs, so I feel like we're due something. Let's get something shiny here. Let's see it. Come on, I got another one of those Duskulls. Ooh, it is just a Swanna. Not great. Not great. This is a massive, massive set. As you can see, we are still getting some commons that we have not gotten yet. 236 cards, not including the secret rares. I think with the secret rares, it's like 270. Actually crazy, insane that there are that many. We do get 2 trainers that we haven't gotten yet. We'll talk about those in a moment. And we also get this nice full art Piplup and this Fion. I think this is a neat card as well. Whirlpool Suction. Once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may have your opponent switch their active with one of their benched Pokemon. If you do, discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and put it on the bottom of your deck. So I definitely could see this having some niche use in certain decks. We've also got the Piplup here. Really nice, pretty card with the full art featuring the trainer as well. We've got N's Resolve. Discard the top 6 cards of your deck. If any of those cards are basic energy cards, attach them to one of your benched Dragon Pokemon. So of course this is going to be a big combo with Reshiram and Zekrom Tag Team GX. We also have Lily's Full Force. Draw 4 cards. At the end of this turn, if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, shuffle cards from your hand into your deck until you have 2 cards in your hand. So I don't think Lily's Full Force is going to be that great. We're going to see N's Resolve played in some decks. Lily's Full Force, of course, can be played in combination with the Lunala and Solgaleo Tag Team GX, but other than that, I don't feel like we're going to see too much play from that card. This Ultra Necrozma here is actually also a very cool card. Ultra Burst, this Pokemon can't attack unless your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards remaining, and then Luster Downfall, 170 discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So I feel like we could see something maybe like in the expanded format where a Alolan Muck shuts off this ability and you're able to just, you know, start attacking, and you're also like shutting off your opponent's abilities. So I feel like that could be something interesting, but also in like Malamar decks, just having something that can swing for this much damage can be nice. We do get another Cynthia and Caitlyn, this one a non-reverse. So I believe we are 14 packs down, including this one. We'll see what we get. There we go, finally get another GX, and it is a very good one. This is definitely a card you guys are going to want to pick up. I feel like it is going to be seen played in a lot of decks, and that is Silvally GX with this Disc Reload ability. Once during your turn before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Some of you may remember, of course, Octillery's Abyssal Hand. This is very, just exactly the same as that. I was going to say very similar, but it is just exactly the same. Getting that extra draw effect can be good, especially in a format that is riddled by reset stamps. So many decks playing multiple counts of that card. We've got Brave Buddies. If you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 70 more damage. And then Silver Knight GX. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, it is knocked out. So the same as that Alolan Ninetales GX Sublimation GX attack that has seen play in the past. Nothing great in there. That Vaporeon, I guess I could have taken a second to talk about, but if I talk about every single interesting card, we are going to be here for a while. We do get a GX as well as a new Stadium. Let's talk about Chaotic Swell first. Whenever either player plays a Stadium card from their hand, discard that Stadium card after discarding this one. The new Stadium card has no effect, so this is going to be great in decks like, things that use Keldeo GX. Putting this in play when your opponent tries to bump it with a Power Plant, they will not be able to do that because it will just get discarded, and then your Keldeo is still going to be immune. And then we do get a Vileplume GX. I think this is a very interesting card. Fragrant Flower Garden as the ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. So just get some big Stolly Vileplumes that can heal and tank a bunch of damage once we get multiples in play. Massive Bloom, 180 damage for 2 energy, pretty solid, but it does have that little minus right there. I feel like anytime a card has that minus, it has just not been good in the Pokemon TCG in the past. This attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon, so really going to only be an efficient attacker if you are able to get a bunch of healing going. And then we have Allergic Explosion GX, 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, paralyzed, and poisoned. So it could be good to buy us some time to get more Vileplume set up, since we are, if we're playing that deck, it is definitely going to be very much a setup deck. So we got a Reverse Holophion, and we got another Tag Team GX, Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff GX, 240 HP on this little guy with 240 HP. Rolling Panic, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. And Supreme Puff GX. This is just one of the craziest GX attacks I think we have ever seen in the Pokemon TCG. 2 Fairy Energy, take another turn after this one. Skip the in-between turns step. If this Pokemon has at least 14, that's right, 14 extra Fairy Energy attached to it. In addition to this attack's cost, your opponent shuffles all of their benched Pokemon and all cards attached to them into their deck. Absolutely insane. So the idea here, I think, is going to be loading up this thing, using this GX attack, and then knocking out their active Pokemon to win the game on the next turn. That is obviously very difficult to do. 14 energy is a lot. You need 16 total because it has to be 14 in addition to these 2 Fairy Energies right here. So we might try to pull something off in Expanded, see if we can cheese some people with that attack, but it is definitely going to be very difficult to do. We'll see what we can make happen. We do get another Ends Resolve as well. It's crazy to me we're still getting some commons that we haven't gotten yet. See, look at that. 2 commons in this pack we have yet to see. Got another Fion there. We also have a Misty and Lorelei tag team. Search your deck for up to 3 Water Energy cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. When you play this card, you may discard 5 other cards from your hand. If you do, during this turn, your water Pokemon can use their GX attacks even if you have used your GX attack. So imagine getting to use Towering Splash GX twice. That's kind of what I'm thinking here with this. Actually insane. You do have to discard 5 other cards from your hand, which is a lot, of course, but something that definitely is feasible and could happen. We'll see if we can come up with a deck with that. I think, once again, that's going to be something over in the Expanded format with Executes and Archie's Blastoise, those type of things. All right, so several very good cards here in this pack. We've got the Beastite, the attacks of the Ultra Beast card. This is attached to do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card you have taken. So sort of like a muscle band thing early on, and can be adding a lot of damage to your attacks later on in the game. Also got Wishy-Washy here with the Scatter ability. I haven't actually read this card yet. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, flip a coin. If tails, shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. So this is actually could be a pretty good stall card 180 HP on a non-GX basic is a ton for sure, so I could see this, you know, being really annoying for people to have to deal with. Then we've got a Marshadow here with Shadow Imitation. Wow, I could like not read that word for a second. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's non-GX attacks and use it as this attack. This is going to be a very good card in a lot of those Malamar decks. Of course, I feel like we will see it played in a ton of things. And here we go. I believe this is pack number 20. We do not get a GX here, but we get a Dragonium Z. This is kind of interesting. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has the Dragon Claw attack, it can use this GX attack on this card. Discard all basic energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 80 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So we can get to some pretty high numbers with this thing. I'm not sure what Pokemon out there have Dragon Claw. We haven't seen any of these Z cards be super good in the TCG quite yet, but it is a very cool mechanic, and we'll see if someone can pull something off with it. We also get a Lily's Pokédoll. I think this is a very good card. Once again, play this card as if it were a 30 HP colorless basic Pokemon at any time during your turn. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may discard it and all cards attached to it and put it on the bottom of your deck. This card can't retreat. If this card is knocked out, your opponent can't take any prize cards from it. So, very powerful. Sort of like Robo Substitute, a little different in the fact that when you want to get it out of the active, you don't have to just discard it. You can put it on the bottom of your deck, which is pretty neat. And Weezing here with the Blow-Away Bomb once during your turn. When you discard this Pokemon with the effect of Roxy, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. I believe Roxy's a supporter that says you can discard up to 2 Pokemon from your hand, draw 3 cards for each Pokemon discarded in this way. We'll look at it if we get one. Excuse the dog howling in the background. I am not sure what is going on with her. We get a Great Catcher here, very good card. Let's see what we get out of the pack. It is just a Braviary. This is definitely a card that's going to see a ton of play. You can play this card only if you can discard 2 other cards from your hand. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX with their active Pokemon. Very balanced and good effect. Gust effects are always nice to have around in the format, of course, and this is better than just regular Pokemon Catcher, which is just an auto effect. They don't need to, you don't have to like discard cards. So I feel like this is a much more balanced card. And we do get another one here, as well as another Mallow and Lana. Actually, the first one of this video, I didn't see the new thing, but it looks like I got one in one of my locked packs. So Mallow and Lana tag team. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. When you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand. If you do, heal 120 damage from the Pokemon you moved to the bench. So once again, a card I feel like that could be good in some sort of stall/mill decks in order to keep some high HP Pokemon around. We do get a couple of really good cards here. First off, we've got Will. The next time you flip any number of coins during the effect of an ability, attack, ability, or trainer card this turn, choose heads for the first coin flip. So this could be a pretty cool combo with certain things out there. We'll see what people are able to come up with the Will trainer card. And then we also have Rosa. This is a very good card as well. You can play this card only if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Search your deck for a Pokemon, a trainer card, and a basic energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. I think this is a very good card, especially for evolution decks. Being able to go get like the stage 2 rare candy plus an energy is a really cool effect for sure. So I think that is a card we will see played in a lot of things moving forward. And we do get a GX. I felt like we were on a little bit of a drought. We get a nice full art Blastoise and Piplup GX, the tag team here with 270 HP. Splash Maker, 150 damage. You may attach up to 3 water energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. If you do, heal 50 damage from those Pokemon for each card you attached in this way. And then we have Bubble Launcher GX, 100 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed if this Pokemon has at least 3 extra water energy attached to it. In addition to this attack's cost, this attack does 150 more damage, so it can do a nice 250, and also, of course, paralyzes the active. Pretty cool card. We'll see if we can come up with some stuff to build around it. We've got a Professor Oak's setup and a secret rare Lana's Fishing Rod. This card is so good. I'm so glad we got the secret rare version of it. Shuffle a Pokemon and a Pokemon tool card from your discard pile into your deck. We've also got Professor Oak's setup, a very good trainer card that is going to see a lot of play in any sort of setup decks. As per the name, you could probably have guessed that. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon of different types and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So something I definitely think will be played in some capacity moving forwards. Get another Fione there. Like I've said a couple times, I think that is a pretty cool trainer card. Another Draw Energy. We've also got our very first Reshiram and Zekrom Tag Team GX, and this is definitely one of, if not the most hyped cards coming out of this set, with the Fabled Flare Bolts attack 90 times. Discard up to 3 in any combination of basic fire and basic lightning energy cards from your benched Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage for each card you discarded in this way, so able to hit for 270 damage, which is an excellent number to hit for at this time, doing one-hit knockouts on most of the tag team Pokemon in the format. Things like Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX, as well as Reshiram and Charizard GX. And then Cross Break GX for the GX attack. This attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. If you played End's Resolve from your hand during this turn, this attack also does 170 damage to one of your opponent's other benched Pokemon. So being able to snipe 170 on 2 different Pokemon is extremely, extremely good, especially with a lot of decks playing multiple copies of Dedenne. There is very much the potential to take a 4-prize turn with Cross Break GX. And of course, like we've talked about, End's Resolve just combos so well since it does allow you to get a little bit of energy acceleration onto the Reshiram and Zekrom GXs. So we'll keep it moving here. Let's draw some more cards. Wow, let's open some more packs and see some more cards. Once again, nothing crazy there. This should be pack number 30, so just about at the 1/3 way mark. We're going to keep it moving, though, and hopefully hit something nice and shiny or a new trainer card here pretty soon that we can keep talking about. I guess this almost feels like a mini set review. I didn't do a full set review for this set, and we do hit a full art here. Arceus and Dialga and Palkia Tag Team GX. This is another card I think will see play in some capacity just because this GX attack is absolutely insane. Altered Creation GX. For the rest of this game, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra water energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, when your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from those attacks, take 1 more prize card. A very cool effect, and I think something that will see play. I believe it has already seen a good amount of play over in Japan. Of course, their format is a little different. They have all of these Sun and Moon sets available to them in their standard format. And then Ultimate Ray, 150 damage. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. So a very powerful effect, but a little difficult to power up, needing a water, metal, and colorless energy. So I'm not sure that there's any great way to get this powered up quickly in Standard. Expanded, I feel like you could use Ho-Oh's Rebirth and Ninja Boy to get this guy moving. That would be a pretty good combo to get a turn 1 Ultimate Ray, to get some energy acceleration, and also use that Altered Creation GX attack. But let's keep it going. See what else we can find, what else we can get. Nothing crazy in that pack, just a Palisand. Who needs that guy? Definitely not me. Alright. Once again, nothing to hit there, nothing to read or write home about. A Professor Oak's setup, we will take that. We've got a Solgaleo here, Stage 2 Holo Rare. Armor of the Sun. If you have Lunala in play, your Solgaleo and Lunala take 50 less damage from your opponent's attacks. You can't apply more than 1 Armor of the Sun ability at a time. And then Soul Fangs, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon to do 180. Stage 2, lots of energies to attack. Just doesn't seem like it would be that great to me. But we'll keep it moving, and you know, maybe we can come out. I think the Lunala has a pretty cool ability as well. That might be something we look at in the future. We do get another one of these full art Pokemon, Steelix here, with the Thumping Fall attack. Discard any number of Pokemon with a retreat cost of exactly 4 from your hand. This attack does 50 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So I feel like there could be some potential to pull something off with this card, especially in the expanded format. If you get a you know, DCE on this guy, you could potentially be one-hit KOing just about anything, but getting multiple Pokemon with a 4 retreat cost into your hand in a single turn seems like it could be pretty difficult. We do get another GX here, the Blastoise and Piplup. Of course, the regular art version of this card. We did hit the full art a few packs ago. Alright, we got a red and blue. That is definitely a card we wanted to find. Very good tag team supporter. Search your deck for a Pokemon GX that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a turn that a Pokemon was put that was put into play this turn. When you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to the Pokemon you evolved in this way. So we'll see this, I think, used in like the dark box decks, getting some energies in play onto Weavile GX, obviously going to be pretty solid. And yeah, I feel like that's the most obvious combo. I think that's also what you need to use in those Flygon GX decks if that's something you're trying to make work. Obviously, combos well there. Ooh, the Golurk there, I did kind of want to talk about that. Hopefully we pull another one. That is a pretty interesting card. Something I think has seen a little bit of success over in Japan. We do have a Lana's Fishing Rod here. Shuffle a Pokemon and a Pokemon tool card from your discard pile into your deck. We did get that nice secret rare version earlier. This is definitely going to be an auto-include in Malamar decks. Moving forward, then we've got a Vaporeon here. Wanted to talk about this one earlier, but we have pulled another one here. Your Pokemon GX in play that evolved from Eevee get plus 60 HP. You can't apply more than 1 Vitality Cheer ability at a time. So I think we are going to be doing an updated Eeveelutions deck. I did one a few months ago, and that was definitely a fun time, and I think that there is definitely some potential for some really cool ideas to come out with the new Eeveelutions in this set. We do get a Tag Call, a very good trainer card. Search your deck for up to 2 tag team cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this, of course, can find tag team Pokemon and tag team supporters, making it a very useful card, and I think we will see it be played in the future. Alright, we'll keep it moving, see what else we can find out of these packs. Another Great Catcher, another Jolteon. We do get a Lantern with that Blinking Lights ability. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may look at the top card of your opponent's deck. So I think that is something that has had a lot of discussion around it, because people are saying like, oh, can I just continually like forever look at the top card of my opponent's deck and not have to worry about making any real actions? There actually was a ruling on it. You can use that ability multiple times in a turn, but if it becomes something where it's like you're obviously stalling, then, you know, that's not in the spirit of the game, and you could be penalized for that. So we do get a Cottony here with the Lost March attack. Of course, there is also a Whimsicott in the set that has the attack as well. We have not pulled one yet, so maybe there's a chance that Lost March could be revived after this set. We will have to see how good it could be. Just having some more Pokemon that have the attack is very good, and that is very good as well. Hitting a full art Rosa. We've already read this card. I do, like I said, think it is going to be very good and is definitely going to see play. So I'm very glad to get a full art of that, and definitely something I'm going to have to trade for more of if I want to get multiple full arts, which you guys know me. You know I like my bling bling on PTCGO, so I will definitely be trying to do that. No GX in this pack, but we do get our first Island Challenge Amulet. The Pokemon GX or EX this card is attached to gets minus 100 HP, and when it is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, that player takes one fewer prize card. I think this is definitely a card that is going to see play. Just the ability to make a 2-prizer, a 1-prizer, or a tag team, a 2-prizer, so good. And like I said, this is definitely going to be used in certain decks. Even though you do lose a good amount of HP, it's not really something I think you mind too terribly much. Another Palisand. I feel like this guy's been the bane of our existence thus far. Definitely pulled a few of him, and we don't really want to be pulling any of him. Get another Misty and Lorelei there, and Armaldo, and another Fion. We've gotten a lot of Fiones as well. I do believe we've gotten a reverse holo, at least one as well, so we've seen a lot of that guy. Got a reverse holo type null. We got a Swoobat, and then we also have an Azurill here with the growing up ability. We've already gotten one, but didn't talk about it earlier. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. I can see this being okay in some like setup decks, something that uses Professor Oak's setup. Getting out a few, getting out an additional energy attachment potentially on the first turn could be very powerful. Alright, a Crabominable there. Nothing to write home about with that guy. I don't think there's ever been a good Crabominable card. Oh, there was that one that like had Gusty Hammer or whatever. And there we go. We double up, get a full art secret rare Pokemon as well as a full art tag team GX. Another Blastoise and Piplup. The third version of this card we have pulled. I wonder if we will get the hyper rare. That's the only one we're missing. We've gotten the regular GX, the full art, and then now the alternate full art. This is definitely the best of the artworks. Gonna have to pick up some more of those. And then we got a Weavile here. Already gotten one of these guys. This card just looks super cool though. So, solid pack there. Definitely cannot complain about that. We've got a reverse holo tag call. Pretty nice. But other than that, nothing crazy. And, oh, we do get a hyper rare Solgaleo and Lunala tag team GX. I don't think this card is going to be great, unfortunately, but we may try to build a deck around it, especially since we've got this nice hyper rare, rainbow rare that we could try to show off. Cosmic Burn. This Pokemon can't use Cosmic Burn during your next turn. It does do a solid 230 damage. And then Light of the Protector GX. If you played Lily's Full Force from your hands during your turn, during this turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to each of your Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So that is a very powerful effect. But once again, I don't think Lily's Full Force is the best card, but it does, of course, combo well with that one. So let's keep it going here. Hey, we got that nice full art Pikachu. Not you, Ursaring. Get out of here. Very cool card. Man, I absolutely love this artwork. I think this is something people have been loving online as well. Definitely going to be a nice collector's card moving forward in the future. And we do get another double up here. We've got a Torkoal full art with Fire Fling. Put 4 fire energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. And then Kindle for 100. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So nothing crazy with the Torkoal here, but Volcarona GX is definitely an interesting one. Flaming Shot. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard a fire energy card from your hand. If you do, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pretty solid ability there on a stage 1. Can definitely get some good math fixing for certain decks. And then we've got Backfire 160. Put 2 fire energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. And Massive Heat Wave GX. Discard an energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon. Volcarona is a really, really cool Pokemon, and that card definitely could see play moving forward. Mostly for the ability, I think the attacks are not the best, but the ability is very, very cool. Another Lily's Pokédoll. We got one of these Necrozmas and a Golurk. This is something I wanted to mention real quick because I do believe it has had a little success in Japan. Fist of Antiquity. If you have any supported cards in your discard pile, this attack does nothing, but it does do 160 damage for just 2 colorless energy, which is pretty neat. And then we've got the Lunala here, which could combo with that Solgaleo we pulled earlier. Once during your turn, before you attack, if you have Solgaleo in play, you may search your deck for up to 2 energy cards and attach them to your Solgaleo or Lunala in any way that you like, then shuffle your deck. So a little energy acceleration isn't terrible, never hurt anyone, but it does require getting 2 Stage 2 Pokemon in play, which doesn't seem super likely. We do double up there with a Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff Tag Team GX. Definitely not the tag team I think we wanted to pull another copy of. We got a Victini here with the Victory Heal ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may heal 20 damage from one of your benched Pokemon. Pretty cool ability there, and I think that is something we could see some play in certain decks as well. Another Type Null to go, of course, with those Savali GXs that we're going to be wanting to get, and we got a rare Trevenant. So moving on through, getting through this opening, we got 79 packs remaining. Of course, we are only going down to 44 because I need to get some trades moving and try to get some more cards online so I can make some videos for you guys about what I think is going to be good in this set, and also just trying out some fun decks and unique ideas. Also something I'm gonna want to be doing. We get another Ends Resolve. I believe we've gotten a reverse hollow one, so that should be our playset. And we've got this Bane of our existence once again, Palossand. Not as bad as during Guardians Rising. I think there was a Crabominable during Guardians Rising that I literally opened up like 12 of out of our 100 packs. So 12% of our packs were Crabominable, which was just insane, absolutely crazy, and nobody likes that because nobody likes Crabominable. Get that guy out of here. And we got a Wailord there. We're gonna keep on going. Need a GX. I feel like this has been a little bit of an underwhelming opening thus far. We did get an Island Challenge Amulet in that pack, which is good. Oh, still no GX, but we do hit the Blacephalon. This is a very good card with the Fireworks Bomb attack. Put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining, put 12 damage counters on them instead. So I think we're going to see that be played in all Malamar decks. At least 1 copy. Feels very good, and definitely something that we will see be played. We've got a Gallade here, another one of these full art Pokemon. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is a Psychic and Fighting type. And then Power Cyclone, move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. Really pretty artwork. I like that card for sure. Gallade is definitely a fan favorite Pokemon for a lot of people. So something I'm sure people will be wanting to pick up. I don't think the card is the best, though, as far as competitive use goes. We do get another Vileplume GX. Definitely an underwhelming opening. I was hoping to hit at least 2 of those Reshiram and Zekrom tag teams. We do hit 2 Silvally GX, which is very nice. Would have liked to have gotten a full art of this guy. Definitely a really cool looking full art, and you guys know I love my full arts on PTCGO. Got to get that bling bling. We got a Guzma and Hala. Is that really the first one we've gotten that's a regular? That's kind of crazy. And we do hit the Secret Rare Island Challenge Amulet. Very nice pull. We've already talked about how that card can be very good, and I think it will be moving forwards. So 66 packs left, which means we have 22 left to go in this opening. We do hit a full art here. Naganadel and Guzzlord GX, the Ultra Beast tag team, with Violent Appetite. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may heal. You may discard a Pokemon from your hand. If you do, heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. Pretty cool ability. Jet Pierce, 180, not bad. Pretty good amount of damage. And then Chaotic Order GX. Turn all of your prize cards face up. Those prize cards remain face up for the rest of the game. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra Psychic Energy and 1 extra Dark Energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, take 2 prize cards. Now, in combination with Miss Magius, you definitely could pull off a turn 1 Chaotic Order with Beast Ring as well. So I wonder if we'll see anyone try to pull off some interesting combos with that specific combo. B-String, just such a powerful card whenever it gets pulled off in the right way. And that could be the way to pull it off. Oh man, our third Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. That is definitely an L right there. Not something we wanted to get multiples of. We have gotten them though. I think this card's kind of interesting. Boiling Blood. If your opponent has any Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX in play, this Pokemon's attacks cost 3 colorless less. And Voltage Claw, doing 60 plus 70 if your opponent's active has any special energy attached to it. So specifically in the expanded format, I could see this being good as a good counter to Zoroark GX decks potentially. But a lot of these Zoroark GX decks nowadays are control decks, and they're not even attacking with Zoroark, so might not even be that good. We do hit one of these Whimsicots here with Lost March. Everyone's favorite deck is back in action. Who doesn't love Lost March, right guys? I know I love Lost March. Alright, Island Challenge Amulet, Chaotic Swell, pretty good pack as far as the uncommons go, and we do have one of these Mimikyu here. Once again, another good card in Malamar. Malamar just gets such a big buff from this set. So many useful cards for the deck. Shadow Box, Pokemon GX that have any damage counters on them. Both yours and your opponents have no abilities. Tail Trickery, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active is now confused. So this is really going to be here for that ability, shutting down Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX once we get some damage counters on them. They, of course, cannot use Perfection, so they will not be able to copy any of those powerful attacks they may want to copy. We hit another Rosa and a Lana's Fishing Rod. That is definitely solid in my books. So let's close this out with a couple of good cards. Come on, just give me, all I'm going to ask for is one more Reshiram and Zekrom tag team. That's all I want. We've got 20 packs to do it. Can we hit one? Less than 20 packs, actually. We just want that one more. We do get another Excadrill, which is pretty cool. We also get this Raichu with Powerful Spark. 20 damage times the amount of lightning energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So who knows, could be a cool combo out there with that guy. Those type of attacks have been very good in the past, of course, with Dark Pulse on Darkrai EX. Once again, I'm sorry for the dog barking. She barks at literally anything that walks by our windows. And we do have a Roxy here. Discard up to 2 Pokemon that aren't Pokemon GX or EX from your hand. Draw 3 cards for each card you discarded in this way. And this, once again, like I said, could be comboed well with the Wheezing and the Coughing to spread some damage on our opponent's Pokemon. Alright, 12 packs left. We are closing this out. Hopefully we can end it on a positive note. This is pack number 11 as far as remaining packs go. We do hit a Coughing, nice, with that Blow Away Bomb combos like we have mentioned with the Roxy Trainer card. So we'll see if that is something that ever gets any use. Definitely a very niche combo, so I feel like it will only go well with a very niche deck. 8 packs, 9 packs remaining. We're in countdown mode here. Come on, just give me one more really good GX. That's all I want. Even like a super good Secret Rare or Full Art. This has definitely felt like a pretty underwhelming opening. I've had some very good ones for set releases in the past. This has just been not the best. We do hit an Oricorio. Oh, looks like I got one out of my locked packs as well. This is a good card here with the Dance of Tribute ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards, and you can't use more than 1 Dance of Tribute ability each turn. So yeah, Busted Verb here. I think this is a card that we'll see play for sure moving forward, so one you guys may want to pick up. So we'll keep it moving. We get another Flygon GX, so we can maybe make a Flygon deck. So we got back-to-back GXs. I guess that is okay. But all I want is the Reshiram and Zekrom, because I'm going to have to try to trade for them, and they are going to be pretty expensive, I feel like. I haven't even really been looking at the online prices for sets, for this set, because this is the first time I'm really getting into it on PTCGO. We've got Dusknoir here with Grim Making. I think this is a cool card, especially when you consider the Duskull's ability being able to get out into Dusclops pretty quick. If this Pokemon is your active and is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you like. And then it has Psych Up, only doing 60 damage, but if you use Psych Up next turn, it does 60 more. So you can do 120 back-to-back turns if you get multiple moving. Alright, so second to last pack. Let's see if we can get something good. Got a full art Weavile, and ooh, well, we got 2 Weaviles, 1 pack. That is pretty cool. And let's take a look. 45 remaining. That means this is indeed our last pack of this video of the Cosmic Eclipse opening. Oh my gosh, this video is 45 minutes long. I did not realize that I had been recording near that long. I've been talking for 45 minutes straight. Oh my gosh, there is no way. Holy cow. Last pack, guys. We got a Pikachu here. Maybe the mascot of the whole series brings us good luck here in this last pack. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. We do hit a full art, so we'll take it. We'll take it. Lily's Full Force. Draw full cards. Wow, full cards? Lily's Full Force lets you draw full cards, right? 4 cards. At the end of this turn, if you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand, shuffle cards from your hand into your deck until you have 2 cards in your hand. I've got to go see what is going on with the dog, what is freaking her out there. But once again, we'll just take a quick recap, look, and see what our spoils were for the video. I just realized I was muted for a couple seconds there, so I apologize. I was trying to get her to calm down. It is not working. And we're just going to close this out really quick. We got the 2 Silvallys, which is very good. Only 1 Reshiram and Zekrom. Definitely wanted to hit another of those. Also really wanted to get this nice full art. Oh, such a good looking card. We'll have to go see if we can trade for some with our remaining 44 packs. But overall, pretty solid. We did get a couple of secret rare and full art trainers as well, so I can't complain too much. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and let me know down below in the comments what Cosmic Eclipse decks you want to see me build moving forward. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and until next time, take care.